Do you ever feel like you're drowning in yourself? Many people go through life with this feeling, however. They choose to ignore it, causing for terrible consequences. You see, what many individuals likely experience when they have this feeling is the soul trap. Luckily, breaking free from the soul trap is actually possible, but before you are able to do so, you need to first understand what this soul trap is. The concept of the soul trap. Imagine you awaken to a suffocating darkness, an endless white void, no sound, no touch, just the chilling emptiness that stretches on forever. Not even walls press in, but an unseen barrier confines you. You reach out, but your hand meets only a chilling emptiness. You are trapped, not in a physical cage, but within the confines of your soul, disconnected and alone. Fear and despair gnaw at you, but a flicker of defiance ignites within. There must be a way out. This soul trap, a prison forged from negativity and fear, suffocates your spirit and prevents you from experiencing the fullness of life. Sometimes we all might feel like we're stuck in a loop, like there's a glass wall between us and what we want out of life. This feeling of being trapped isn't just about being physically stuck somewhere. It's more about feeling confined within the limits of our own lives, thoughts, or situations. Maybe you've found yourself asking big questions about life, wondering if there's something more out there beyond what we can see and touch. These thoughts might seem like they come and go without much impact, but they could actually mean a lot more. Because the truth is that our day-to-day existence is like being in a sort of prison. We're caught in a complex trap made of lies and controls that shape how we understand the world around us. Take the idea of the material world and our bodies, for example. Some philosophies view everything physical as just an illusion, a sort of make-believe that keeps us from seeing the truth. This isn't a new concept, it's something that people have thought about and discussed for thousands of years. What we see isn't the full reality, but just a shadow of it. There might be more to life than what we experience through our senses. This idea isn't meant to make everything seem hopeless or meaningless. Instead, it's a way to open our minds to the possibility that life is more complex and rich than we might think at first glance. It suggests that by looking beyond the surface, we might find deeper meaning and understanding. The feeling of being trapped or confined, then, can be a starting point for exploring these ideas further. It's a sign that we're questioning and seeking, which is the first step towards understanding more about ourselves and the universe we're a part of. In the depths of our day-to-day lives, humanity is often caught up in what many refer to as the material realm. This is a state of being where our understanding and appreciation of the world are primarily through what we can see, touch, and experience with our senses. This focus on the material aspects of life can lead us to overlook or remain unaware of deeper spiritual truths that some believe exist beyond this physical reality. The concept of the soul trap suggests that the very essence of our being is ensnared in a cycle that keeps us fixated on the physical world, making us unaware of our true spiritual nature. One of the most cunning aspects of this trap is the way it uses our actions and beliefs to keep us confined. We are led to believe that our life experiences are part of a grand cosmic plan. This often includes the idea of reincarnation, where the soul is thought to grow and evolve through successive lifetimes in the physical world. Amidst the swirling galaxies and the infinite dance of stars, there lies an invisible snare that has captured the essence of countless beings. This snare, subtle yet profound, is the soul trap, a concept as old as time itself, yet unbeknownst to many who walk this earth. You may very well be ensnared without even realizing it. The journey you are about to embark upon will reveal the unseen chains that bind you and, more importantly, the path to liberation. Our tale begins in the quiet moments of introspection, where the whispers of the soul echo the deepest questions of existence. Who am I? Why am I here? These questions are not mere curiosities, but the keys to understanding the soul trap. But how, you may ask, can you shatter the walls of your soul trap and reclaim your inner light? Lesson 1. Awareness and acceptance. The first step toward freedom is awareness and acceptance. This initial stride towards liberation involves confronting the reality of our entrapment. Imagine for a moment that you are a fish swimming in the vast ocean, unaware of the water around you because it is all you have ever known. Similarly, we are immersed in the soul trap, oblivious to its existence. It is only through moments of profound stillness and contemplation that the water becomes apparent and the realization dawns upon us. We are trapped. The idea is that escaping this soul trap requires a profound awakening to the truth of our existence. It involves recognizing the illusions that bind us to the physical world and seeking to understand our true nature beyond it. This awakening is described as breaking free from the chains of our ignorance, allowing us to transcend the limitations of the flesh and reclaim our inherent divinity. At the heart of the idea of breaking free from the soul trap is a belief that our reality is not entirely what it seems. It is controlled by forces or entities that are not visible to us. These forces have allegedly been influencing human history for thousands of years. Now, understanding this manipulation will help you escape the soul trap. By becoming aware of these unseen influences, individuals can begin to see beyond the illusions of the material world and start to seek a form of spiritual liberation or awakening. This process involves questioning the given narratives of history, the nature of our reality, and even our consciousness to understand how much of it has been shaped by these hidden forces. The essence of the soul trap lies in the forgetfulness of our true nature. Like the ancient teachings of Vedanta, which assert that we are all divine beings experiencing the world through the lens of Maya or illusion, we have forgotten our inherent divinity. We identify with our bodies, our thoughts, and our possessions, and in doing so, we forget the luminous soul that resides within us. This is the crux of the trap, the illusion that ensnares us, making us believe that we are separate, isolated beings, adrift in an indifferent universe. Yet, hope is far from lost. Embedded within every spiritual tradition lies the map to our liberation. Buddhism, for instance, speaks of enlightenment as the ultimate liberation from the cycle of suffering and rebirth. This liberation is not achieved through denial or escapism, but through an understanding of the nature of reality and our place within it. The essence of Buddhism, for example, lies in understanding that the root of suffering is attachment. We cling to our desires, our fears, our identities, and it's this clinging that ensnares us. But here lies the key to our chains and to unlocking them. To break free, we must learn to let go, not in resignation, but in embracing the impermanence of all things. Think of the serene lotus blooming in the muck and mire. It does not resist its surroundings, it rises above them. Similarly, we too can learn to rise. This isn't about shunning the world, but learning to live in it without being of it, to find peace amidst chaos. It's a delicate dance of detachment and engagement, where we learn to witness our lives without being ensnared by the play of its drama. The Sufi mystics speak of the heart as a mirror, reflecting the divine light. But over time, this mirror becomes dulled by the dust of our earthly engagements. The quest, then, is to polish the heart, to cleanse it of the debris that obscures our true reflection. This mystic is a journey inward to the core of our being, where lies the spark of the divine. This polishing is not a one-time act, but a continual process of self-reflection, of recognizing and letting go of the layers that conceal our true essence. Lesson 2. Understanding our soul's needs. Next comes understanding our soul's needs. Upon the foundations of acknowledgement and acceptance, we embark upon a journey not outward but inward, to the very core of our being. This is a voyage to understand our soul's deepest needs, desires, and yearnings, a quest that is both ancient and eternally new. As we turn our gaze inward, we begin to see the contours of our inner landscape, a territory as vast and uncharted as any distant land or hidden sea. This lesson is akin to the ancient mariners setting sail into the unknown, guided only by the stars and the deep, unshakable belief that there is more to be discovered beyond the horizon. The essence of understanding your soul's needs is rooted in the timeless quest for self-knowledge. This quest echoes through the halls of history, from the oracles of ancient Greece, whispering the injunction to know thyself, to the introspective meditations of Eastern philosophies. It is a journey that has been illuminated by the insights of great minds and ordinary seekers alike, each step a testament to the human spirit's unending quest for meaning and fulfillment. To embark on this journey is to engage in a sacred dialogue with oneself, a conversation that requires honesty, curiosity, and openness. It is a process of asking profound, sometimes difficult questions. What brings me joy? What are my true passions and interests? Where does my heart feel most at home? These are not questions with easy, immediate answers. Rather, they invite us into a deeper exploration of our being, encouraging us to listen closely to the whispers of our soul. This exploration is reminiscent of the parable of the two wolves, a story shared among various cultures, which tells of the eternal battle between two wolves within us, one representing fear, anger, and jealousy, and the other symbolizing love, hope, and truth. The wolf that wins is the one we feed. Understanding our soul's needs asks us to consider which wolf we are feeding with our thoughts, actions, and choices. It invites us to nourish the aspects of ourselves that align with our deepest truths and to starve the impulses that lead us astray. The journey of understanding is also a path of letting go, of preconceptions, of the masks we wear, of the stories we tell ourselves about who we are and who we ought to be. This process of shedding our layers can be uncomfortable, even painful, but it is also liberating. It allows us to get to the heart of our being and to touch the pulse of our true desires and aspirations. Just as the lotus flower blooms from the mud, so too can our deepest understanding and clarity arise from the muddiest parts of our journey. Lesson 3. Releasing negative patterns. As we venture deeper into the heart of our journey, having acknowledged our current state and sought to understand our soul's deepest yearnings, we arrive at a crucial crossroads. This is the stage of releasing negative patterns, a process pivotal to our quest for liberation. Here we stand at the edge of transformation, poised to shed the weights that tether us to the ground, preventing our ascent into the boundless skies of potential and freedom. This step is about confronting our shadows, those parts of us that we have shunned into the darkness, and bringing them into the light of awareness. The act of releasing negative patterns is akin to the ancient practice of alchemy, where base metals are transmuted into gold. Our negative patterns, be they fear, resentment, self-doubt, or anger, are the base metals of our psyche. Through the crucible of awareness and the flame of understanding, we endeavor to transmute these patterns into lessons of growth, resilience, and wisdom. This journey of release draws inspiration from the timeless wisdom of various spiritual traditions and philosophical teachings. Consider the Buddhist concept of attachment and the suffering it brings. Our negative patterns often stem from attachments to outcomes, to identities, to past hurts that we cling to even as they cause us pain. By acknowledging these attachments and gently releasing them, we allow ourselves to move more freely through the world, unburdened by the weight of unnecessary suffering. Navigating this step requires a delicate balance between acceptance and change. It reminds us of the Stoic principle of understanding what is within our power to change and what is not. While we cannot always control the emergence of negative thoughts or feelings, we have the power to choose our response to them. This choice, how we relate to and deal with our negative patterns, is where our power lies. It is here, in the space between stimulus and response, that our freedom and growth reside. This journey of release is not without its challenges. It may require us to confront painful memories or face deep-seated fears. Yet, it is in confronting these challenges that we find our greatest strength and resilience. It is a crucial step toward not only personal freedom, but also toward contributing to the collective healing of our world. Lesson 4. Cultivating positive relationships. This lesson is about intentionally surrounding ourselves with individuals who reflect the values and qualities we cherish and aspire to embody. Embarking on this phase of our journey, we recognize that relationships are mirrors reflecting to us aspects of ourselves that we cannot always see. They are the crucibles within which our best and worst traits can be revealed, challenged, and transformed. Positive relationships, therefore, are not merely about seeking companions who make us feel good, but about engaging with those who challenge us to grow, who hold space for our evolution, and who courageously walk beside us in our moments of both triumph and vulnerability. The ancient philosophy of Aristotle on friendships of virtue echoes loudly here. He spoke of friendships that go beyond utility or pleasure, focusing instead on those formed between individuals who wish good upon each other for the sake of the other. These are relationships grounded in mutual respect, admiration, and a shared commitment to moral and personal growth. Cultivating such relationships is akin to planting seeds of virtue within our lives, which over time grow into a lush oasis that nourishes our souls. Ask yourself, which relationships in my life are life-affirming and growth-oriented? Who are the individuals that encourage me to be my most authentic self? The answers to these questions guide us in nurturing those connections that resonate with our deepest truths and in gently releasing those that no longer serve our highest good. Cultivating positive relationships also means being open to new connections that resonate with our evolving selves. It requires the courage to step out of our comfort zones, to be vulnerable, and to connect with others in meaningful ways. This openness is a testament to our growth, a sign that we are ready to welcome new experiences and individuals who can enrich our journey. Lesson 5. Embracing change and uncertainty. Life, in its essence, is a series of cycles and seasons, each bringing its own set of changes, challenges, and opportunities. Just as a river flows unceasingly, carving new paths through the landscape, so too does our journey unfold, often in unexpected ways. Embracing this constant flow requires a shift in perspective, seeing change not as a threat to our stability, but as a catalyst for growth and renewal. This shift allows us to approach life with a sense of curiosity and openness, ready to explore the new landscapes that change brings. The wisdom of ancient philosophies and spiritual traditions offers a guiding light on this path. The Taoist concept of Wu Wei, or non-action, teaches us to move with the natural flow of life, not against it. It encourages a state of being where our actions are effortlessly aligned with the rhythms of the cosmos, reminding us that true harmony comes from embracing the ebb and flow of existence. This concept invites us to be fully present in each moment, embracing whatever arises with equanimity and grace. These teachings remind us that the beauty of life lies in its impermanence, and our peace lies in our ability to embrace this truth. Embracing change and uncertainty also challenges us to let go of our need for control, to release our grip on the illusion of predictability. It asks us to trust in the journey, even when the destination is unclear, and to find stability within ourselves amidst the flux of external circumstances. This requires courage, for it means stepping into the unknown with faith in ourselves, in the inherent goodness of life, and in the unfolding of our paths. Resilience is not a static quality, but a dynamic process, one that we build and strengthen through our experiences. It is the inner compass that guides us through storms, the anchor that holds us steady in turbulent seas. Building resilience involves embracing our vulnerabilities, learning from our setbacks, and remaining open to new possibilities. Lesson 6. Pursuing your true purpose. This pivotal stage is where the journey inward begins to manifest outwardly, transforming introspection into action. It is the point at which we begin to align our actions with the deepest callings of our soul, moving toward a life that is not only lived, but truly felt and experienced in its fullest depth and spectrum. Pursuing your true purpose is akin to the moment a seed, having germinated in the darkness of the soil, breaks through to the surface, reaching towards the sun. It's a process of becoming, a journey from potentiality to actuality, driven by the innate urge to express one's unique essence in the world. This lesson is about identifying, honoring, and acting upon your innermost convictions and passions, crafting a life that resonates with your core being. The quest for purpose has been a central theme in human history, traversing cultures, philosophies, and spiritualities. The Bhagavad Gita, an ancient Indian scripture, explores this theme through the dialogue between Prince Arjuna and the god Krishna. Here, the concept of dharma, or one's righteous duty, is presented not just as an obligation, but as a path to fulfillment and enlightenment. Pursuing your true purpose, therefore, is not merely a personal quest for satisfaction, but a contribution to the cosmic order, an alignment of your individual purpose with the greater good. This concept requires a deep and honest examination of what truly moves us, beyond societal expectations or superficial desires. It asks us to look inward, to the passions and talents that define us, and to consider how these can be offered in service to the world. Finding your purpose often involves trial and error, experimentation, and a willingness to take risks and step out of your comfort zone. It's a dynamic process that evolves as we grow and learn more about ourselves and the world around us. Embodying your true purpose often leads to a sense of fulfillment and joy that transcends external achievements or recognition. It is the profound satisfaction that comes from knowing you are living following your deepest truths. This alignment generates magnetic energy, attracting opportunities, relationships, and experiences that resonate with your authentic self. Lesson 7. Ongoing self-care and spiritual practice. This lesson acknowledges that the journey of self-discovery and transformation is not a linear process with a definitive endpoint, but a continuous cycle of growth and renewal. Just as a garden requires regular care and attention to flourish, so too does our inner landscape. Ongoing self-care and spiritual practice are the water and sunlight for our soul, essential elements that keep us vibrant, resilient, and deeply connected to our essence. Self-care in this context transcends the often superficial treatments it is associated with, delving instead into practices that nourish us on all levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. It's about establishing routines that honor our needs and replenish our energy, allowing us to engage with the world from a place of fullness rather than depletion. This could manifest in various forms, from the physical act of exercise and healthy eating to the mental practice of setting boundaries and seeking out inspiring activities. Similarly, spiritual practice is deeply personal and can vary widely among individuals. Whether it's meditation, prayer, nature walks, or creative expression, the essence lies in finding activities that connect us to something greater than ourselves, providing a sense of peace, purpose, and belonging. These practices become anchors, grounding us amidst the ebb and flow of life's challenges and changes. The beauty of integrating ongoing self-care and spiritual practice into our lives is that it enables us to be in a constant state of becoming. It allows us to meet each moment with presence and grace, ready to embrace the opportunities for growth and learning that life presents. This commitment to self-nourishment ensures that we remain open, flexible, and resilient, capable of adapting to life's inevitable shifts while staying true to our essence. In conclusion, as you break free from the soul trap following these steps, a sense of peace and empowerment will wash over you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.